as the Eagles set for a Wednesday rivalry game on the road in Greenville, Tennessee against Tusculum. Chuck, you and I have talked, one of the scarier teams that is out there. Yes, the Pioneers are 1-15 and winless in conference at 0-10, losers of 13 consecutive. But a Pioneer team that's putting up points, fourth in the league in scoring, has 4 players averaging double figures in conference play. What to you is the most challenging, the most difficult, the scariest thing about this Tusculum ball club?
They are, this situation with them, I've never seen anything like this. When they came and played in our classic, I told a couple different people, including Mike Jones, the head coach, that I thought it's the best Tusculum team I've seen since I've been here. And, you know, Mike knows quality. He won a South Atlantic Conference championship at Brevard 4 or 5 years ago. So he knows what he's doing. It just makes no sense. They scare me absolutely to death. They scare me to death. And the only thing I can think is, you know, sometimes when you're dealing with 18 to 22-year-old guys, you know, you get in a rut and you just can't, for whatever reason, multitude of reasons, you can't get yourself out of it. And you know, I still stand by what I said. I think they are a very capable team. I think they will win games this year. You know, they're an opponent. I just hate it for them on some level because, I mean, those guys are I've watched them play. They're still playing hard. They're playing with a purpose. They're competing. They've not quit. And actually, you know, it's because those are some of the reasons why I think that they will find a way to win some games here.
A team that has stayed right with a couple of top-tier opponents, too, lost by 2, and an absolute heartbreaker at LR.
Yeah.
And had a comeback that fell short, 7-point loss on the road at Wingate. Bombs away from beyond the arc from them. Addison Flynn is second in the league in threes per game and is their leading scorer, 16.6 a contest. What stands out to you about him and the Tusculum offense as a whole?
Well, they've got balance, man. They've got good guards. They've got bigs, and I mean bigs physically. I think they're starting 6'10", 6'8" right now. They've got an approach offensively where they're fast, they're aggressive. They do that inside out. Defensively, they've got both their man and it's pressure man. They have their zone, so they've got everything you need. They just they need to have a little success so that they start believing again.
How much of not to make you speculate, but Tusculum has had a very challenging draw in terms of its schedule. Just 2 conference home games split between December and January, and Carson-Newman's one of them here on Wednesday. How challenging, just from an outsider's perspective, would that be to overcome?
Well, it's tough. It depends on where you're at any given point in the season. And we all know that you want to play as many home games as possible. Yeah. You want to stay away from the road, and if you're going to go on the road, you're preferring it to be a neutral court. So, you know, the conference schedule, the way it's set up and structured, you know, as coaches, we really don't have any say in that. But you know, the 4 non-conference games we can schedule, it's not many, but the 4 you can schedule, you sort of have a little flexibility there. But there's no doubt if you start getting down and start losing some confidence, and then you're stuck on the road playing road games, that could be really demoralizing. And so there's no doubt in my mind, knowing that they're getting a chance now to go back to Greenville and play a home game against us, a rival, an arch rival. They'll be ready. Their students come out. They get really good support there. It'll be a tough one. We'll have to play our best game to have a chance here, I believe.
You won earlier this season, 77 to 70 over the Pioneers. The second lowest point total that Tusculum has allowed all year. What stands out to you about that game, where you had 5 players, that finished in double figures?
This Tusculum LMU game, I mean, you can throw records out, you can throw it all out. People are going to fight and scratch and claw and whatever it takes to try to get a win. And so, you know, it's not overly surprising that the final score was 77-70. What is surprising is that there's all these other games when they've given up substantial points, and that's where, to me, it just makes no sense. And you know, in preparation for this game, I've watched them play 3 different games, and like I said, their efforts there. They're playing hard. They're competing. It just doesn't add up. I've watched them, and I cannot put my finger on the thing.
Scary game. No way around.
No way. I mean, and our guys, we obviously we're out of school today, and we had a chance to really spend some quality time together, and practice and film, and we've told our guys, look, you cannot on any level look at this and think of it as just your typical 1-15 team, because that's not what they are. This is a team that, if they were to jump up and reel off 6-7 straight, it would not surprise me in the least. And so we're trying to make sure our guys understand that, and I feel pretty confident that our guys will take this game, take this serious approach, and we'll go to Greenville to Wednesday prepared.
Is there anything that you have to change from game 1 to game 2 in the series?
I wouldn't say there's anything we have to change other than the fact we're going on the road, and we've got to be sort of sensitive to the percentage of jump shots we take. We need to try to force our will a little bit and try to get the thing going to the basket if we can, and then, of course, establish the inside to get the outside. We obviously are shooting the ball very well this semester. I think we're shooting about 45% from the three as a team, which is really, really outstanding. So we've got a lot of confidence to shoot those shots and make them. But I think we need to offensively go over there and make sure that we're going to the basket. And then I think we got to defend. I think we got to make sure that we can two things: stop, sort of get them controlled in transition, to defend the perimeter because they've got some guys that can shoot it, and then try not to give their bigs angles to get easy layups at the basket.